again, I'm looking to get into this side scissor position. The first model is getting the elbow across the center line, using my knee pull to break this posture. Cutting an angle, and now I want mine higher than Carl's. Now Carl shuts me down, gets his head higher than mine, and now starts to spike or lift his knees off the mat and tripod. Okay, so I open my legs, my shin circle. My first hook in, I'm going to walk him this way. Look up against people that have legs like tree trunks, and you go to axe kick, good imagination with Carl. Axe kick this down, and I can't get his knee to the mat. Obviously the knee lever sweep isn't going to work. So if that's the case, and I can't get this knee to the mat, I just shin circle my second leg in. Okay, so now I have two hooks in. So we talked about that fifth vulnerability. I want to keep Carl's head lower than his hips. In other words, if I raise his hips up, okay, I'm going to make his lower body light, so I just bring my knees towards my chest. Okay. From here, it makes sense that I want to sweep Carl to the side that he's no base, which is my left. So I shorten my left leg, and I extend my right leg till it's over. More than likely, Carl's going to put me in the half guard by trying to get his legs. I'm going for the last move. So my chest is smearing his tricep close, so I'm coming under. But now he does that defense of turning onto his left side and grabbing his leg. Okay. So now he's on his side, the game changes. When we go for the head and arm, it was different if I had his back flat on the mat. I used my bicep to cut off his jugular. Now I just recede, and now my right forearm is going to do the same job. So from there, I'm going to grab my sleeve, and make a frame at the back of the neck, and then I just church it. Even though I'm in half guard, I can still do this, the variation of it. So I put my shoulder behind Carl's shoulder, and then I just make the action. So let's do that again. Bring this arm across the center line, he starts to flatten me out. Now his knees have come off the mat, so I'm swimming 1 foot in. I walk him this way, looking for the half guard, trying to chop this down. Can't get his knee to the mat, so I just shin circle my other leg in. I bring my knees towards my chest, and then I lift Carl's hips up, which makes his lower body light. And now from there, I'm going to circle him to my left, so I shorten my left leg and I extend my right leg to turn his hips. See the way Carl's hips are level now? I want to raise this left hip up. So I take him over again. I'm punching this through. If I get the last move, with his back on the mat, that's fine. A lot of the time, they're going to stay on their side and grab the back of their leg and create a lot of space here. So now instead of my bicep cutting off the forward jugular, I'm using my forearm. I'll build the base with my knee, find my sleeve. I'm not coming across like this or I'm muscling it. I just make a frame across the back of his neck. When I slide my knee up, I just put my hip on the mat. All I need now is to fill this space, so I just use my shoulder. So I connect my shoulder behind Carl's armpit. Gravity finishes it. So, yeah. Top knee. So we're in the position. Again, you can go for this sweep straight away if you favour it. Another thing we want to be thinking about. So when Carl flattens me out and I just decide to go down this route, because we've used this sweep in the butterfly guard game, I think that would all around during the lockdown. We wanted to also develop the skill of being able to turn his hips independently. So another skill you can develop doing this is when I bring my knees towards my chest and raise Carl's hips higher than his head. Even though I want to sweep him this way, I can play around with just moving him. So I raise one hip and lower the other one, and then I can do this again. And if I have that skill of being able to do this, it's good. Now, people struggle with this. when their hips drop down the same level with their head, and then they kind of feel heavy. So anytime you feel you're struggling, just bring your knees towards your chest again. So I'm keeping Carl's hips above his head. Now he's light, so it's easy. So again, once you release through, anytime he's on the side, you're switching through the Aikido. From there, I fill that space. Now I just need to make a block out his right jugular. So my left forearm, or right forearm, is cutting off this side. My left arm just makes a frame at the back of the neck. It's when I actually bring my head towards the mat and get my shoulder behind Carl's shoulder, that's what locks it in place. Okay, so